both going to Rio. How excited are you?
Oh, really excited, yeah, can't wait for it.
Yeah, do you know what? Highlight has been ages, it seems, coming round, and it's just getting dead excited about the whole thing.
How did you react when you heard the news?
To be honest, I felt as if I was borderline for selection. So for me, it was quite a shock, I think, but just total elation and relief as well.
Yeah, pretty much relief for me as well. I know you're not supposed to ever say you were thinking you were going to go. I was always hoping I would go, and I think just to get that final nod was just amazing.
So you're both quite experienced. You've done a fair amount of international events. What's the first thing you do when you arrive at an international event?
Well, I've got quite a specific routine. I like to hang all my stuff up on the hook in the changing rooms so that I know that I've got everything and I can not panic that I've left an item of clothing at the hotel. I like to just go for a walk and just, use sort of mental rehearsal and visualisation and think about scenarios that may come up in the game and how I'm going to handle them and how I'm going to deal with it. And then while I'm getting changed, I just think about all these things, think about what I want to achieve from the game, and then just take a few deep breaths and go for it.
You, Sam?
No, I'm totally different. Believe it or not, I want to not think about the game at all. I want to turn up, and I always find that I do my best umpiring without having anything in my head at all, which usually isn't too difficult. So I just like to relax and go and have a chat with folk, and just kind of chill out.
Yeah. I heard that you share rooms at big events with people you don't know. What's that like?
You tend to find that it's the longer you've been around, you tend to find it is more and more often as someone you know. I know I certainly share with virtually the same person at every tournament. So I mean, to start off with, you do find that it's people you don't know, but that's part of the excitement of it. A bit of entertainment, getting to know folk, and just having a bit of fun.
Any examples of good roomies and poor roomies?
Well, good roomie is somebody that kind of knows what you need without you really having to ask for it. You know when you can stay in the room together, have a bit of a laugh. They respect your space, and you don't need to talk to each other all the time, and that's okay. A bad roomie is somebody who turns the telly on first thing in the morning when you're still sleeping, or still has it blaring at night, and just leaves their stuff all over the place and doesn't really respect your space.
How do you relax when you're over there?
Just any way you can. There is a lot of downtime, so you try and get out and about, and you do a wee bit of sightseeing, but there's quite a lot of reading, or if there's a gym, stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say going to the gym for me, just to get away from it and just go and work out and just chill out. That helps me a lot.
What's the umpire community like when you're away?
I think, naturally, especially when it's a bigger tournament, you've got a bigger group. And naturally you kind of do go into your comfort zone with the people that you know best. But you do tend to get along with everybody, but especially with language barriers, some people feel a bit more confident staying with the people that they can communicate with better.
Yeah. So you're over there and the process starts. When is it you have your umpire meeting, your management meeting?
I think it's on the 3rd.
The first, yeah, I think we're there for maybe a half a day, and then there's with these sort of multi-sport tournaments, you've got to go and get your uniform and things like that, so that takes a wee bit of time. And then I think it's like the 3rd or the 4th we end up having sort of meetings. We have a men's and women's joint meeting, and then we kind of split off into the men's side and the women's side, because there are bits and pieces of difference, and maybe the way games are umpired, not the rules, but the way and the style the games are umpired in, so we have our sort of briefings a bit separate with that.
Yeah. So what's your expectations for when you're over there?
For me, I'm just going to take each game as it comes and just try and soak in the atmosphere and enjoy it as much as I can.
You have any goals set for the Olympics?
Not any goals as such. I just want to go and enjoy myself. I know that if I go and enjoy myself, I'll umpire well. Put other things out of my mind and just go take in the experience itself. And if you umpire well, you might get decent games.
Yeah. Did you ever expect to be where you are just now?
I had hoped that I would, but I didn't think it would be this one. I thought it might be Tokyo.
It's very forward of you.
Very much.
So how do you think you'll cope with the pressure situations when you're over there?
I mean, on the pitch, we've umpired these teams before. We've umpired them in, finals and, semi-finals of big tournaments. So you take that confidence with you, knowing that you can handle the game because you've done it before. And yes, it's Olympic Games, but you have to just remember it's a game at the end of the day.
I think it's, to be as far as I'm concerned, I don't mentally think of the game any differently than I think of a game out here. A Saturday afternoon, it's still the same thought process. And forget the surroundings and everything else that's going on about the place. Because at the end of the day, you do your best for whatever 22 players are on the pitch at that time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's the Olympic Games or if it's a game in Glasgow.
So one thing that is different from Glasgow is the video umpires. What's your take on that? Enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the box a few times. I don't mind it. I think it's a great tool to have on the pitch because ultimately you want to get the decision right at the end of the day. And the game is so fast now that you sometimes can't see it clip a foot in and amongst all these bodies, and you can't take it personally. You've just got to trust your colleague who's in the box and go with that decision.
I love having it, hate doing it. Absolutely hate doing it.
That's a bit of drama as well, though, isn't it?
As long as it doesn't take too long, sometimes these things, but it's such a difficult skill, and it's all dependent on the camera angles you've got, and because frame by frame, the ball's travelling that quickly at times, or it's so small that the tiniest wee thing just puts you totally off, and you're not able to see it, and that's just one of these things. That's the way this sport is.
Okay, so it's you two that are come from Glasgow, come from Scotland, and go over to go to Rio. So what advice would you give to other umpires looking to achieve the things that you're achieving just now?
I think you've got to continue to enjoy it, but I also think you have to be committed. If you want to achieve your goal, you do have to come at the Saturday games, the Sunday games. You do have to drive sometimes a wee bit further, but as long as you stay committed and keep that goal in mind, then there's no reason why you can't achieve it. I mean, if we can do it.
I don't know, any idiot can do this.
First of many?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Hopefully, but we'll see.
You'll come back and see us afterwards, yeah?
Of course.
Of course.
If you'll have us.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.